Alright, we are back, finally. Okay. I figured out most of the issues. The main problem really is just text. Unfortunately, from Stream Elements, it's just blurry. Unfortunately, I cannot do much about that for now. I don't think they even have a fix, so we'll have to stick with that issue. But aside from that, man, everything else should be good. I'm gonna delete the previous stream because obviously that did not work. And if any of you guys ever want to be a mod in streams, let me know. I do probably need some mods in the future, so. All right. I'll be back in like 1 minute, guys. Be back in a minute. Oh, forgot my mic was unmuted. Alright, there it is. There it is. Alright, got the stream to work for now. This is the best it's gonna look, honestly. With everything there. I don't think it's too bad. You know what I'm saying? It's better than nothing on the screen, so we'll stick with this for now. But yeah. Let's see. So today from the poll I sent out to the Discord. Again, if you're new here, join the free Discord. Because it's completely free, right? Why would you not want something that's free? And in the free Discord, we have some free resources for those that are brand new to trading. So if you're brand new, you need something, feel free to join the free Discord. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's also other traders in there as well. I'll post my trades from time to time in there as well if you want to follow. All sorts of things in there. But yeah, there is the free Discord if you want to join up. The link is posted in the stream chat. So today I sent out a poll, and we have 4 people red and 2 people green. So I'd like to know, what trades did you guys take today that made you end red? That's something I'm curious about. So, let me know and we can review your trades on the stream today, guys. Okay? Because from what I've seen, at least on ES, NQ, there's a very big divergence today. NQ just completely dumped. So I can kind of see why, maybe. I'll have to look at NQ. But on ES, at least, there's like nothing invalid. Or nothing invalid, but there's no way you can end red trading ES today. And you guys know I mainly trade ES. So for me, whatever happens on NQ doesn't really matter or affect my own trading because I'm looking at trading ES. Right? Because on ES today, if you just trade my strategy properly, right? Even if you take every single PY, you still end green. Trade my strategy here, this would be a break even here or a loss. It got very close to the TP. What it did here was just take out inducement or mitigate this PY. So that's what you can see here. This second trade here was just a winner for 2.7 risk reward. If you took the impulse model here that I teach, it's a 4.6 risk reward. So that trade, it's just that long by itself that hit TP quick. This long literally hit TP within like 5 candles. So 5 minutes or less, you're hitting TP. This trade itself should have, let's say you lost 2 trades before this, you'd be up 2 to 3 risk reward on the day just off this one single winning trade. So that's why I was really confused when I saw this 4 people red today. So I'm just wondering, what did you guys do today that made you red? Because we have 2 other people that ended green, right? So we had 2 people that ended green, 4 people that end red. So the ratio is slightly off today. So 67% to 33%. And then also we had another short if you wanted to take a counter trend trade, which worked out for 4.2 risk reward. So even if you're taking bad setups today, these aren't bad setups. They're still valid setups with a lower probability setups. You still would have ended green here taking this, right? You still would have ended green here taking this counter trend. So I honestly don't really see too much, to be honest here, to end red. If you guys have anything, show me your trades and I can look over them. But from what I'm seeing here, just no way you can really end red today. And then, of course, there was another long here, but this one would have been hard to catch. You would have had to trade the impulse model for sure to catch this long here. But aside from that, those are basically the main trades. There's also a nice short earlier that you could have taken. And then I know there was one of private mentorship students. He caught a long here. So he caught a long and his TP was up here. So this is like a 3 to 4 risk reward trade, which is really good. And if you guys want to follow me on the socials, by the way, I just have my stream overlay now with Stream Elements. You can obviously see IG's _J Trades. Unfortunately, someone else took the name J Trades, so I got to use something else. So it's _J Trades. Trade Like J is just the Twitter or X. I still call it Twitter. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. But that's the X handle, and then Facebook, obviously. I'm not old enough to be on Facebook, so yeah, Facebook a little too old for me. I don't think many traders are on Facebook either. I could be wrong, but personally, I'm not. So And then I was working basically just trading today, and I worked on my structure indicator a little bit, made some updates to that. Still working on that and the algo. But some from that basically sums up my day. You know, I made a lot of money during the Aegis session last night. So in Aegis session on gold, we had a nice 5 risk reward, 6 risk reward, and a 16 risk reward trade that I literally just held, right? Literally just held. And where did I hold it to? My high time frame draw on liquidity. Where else did this trade go? It basically went to the 1 hour PY. So my TPs, you guys know, whenever I target high time frame, or whenever I target external liquidity, I always have my TP slightly above, just to try to maximize the most out of the winning trades. Even if it's like 0.2, 0.3 RR, over time that can add up to helping you break even from a loss. So I do like to TP just slightly above, which is what I did here, and that was the easy 16 risk reward. I literally set this trade and forgot it, right? I entered a trade and then literally, well, I basically had a limit order there for the trade, and then I just let it run, right? I don't do anything with the trade after that, and I woke up to 16 risk reward. This was more of a, I usually don't trade or take these kind of huge, this isn't even a swing trade, to be honest. This is just 1 4-hour candle that just expanded a lot on gold, but the draw was very clear to me on gold. We took out a low, right? We're bullish on a higher time frame. We were bearish earlier, but I believe this bearish direction here is the liquidity sweep of the low to go higher. That's why my draw here was the high time frame draw liquidity here, at least to this internal, on the high time frame, this is internal structure, at least to this internal swing structure here. So that was just my target, and this is just a fairly easy trade, to be honest. Drawing liquidity, everything was very clear. No way you can really mess this trade up. Some people ask me, or some of the course members ask me why I didn't short here. Well, it's because of context. We already took out a low and we're bullish on gold, so there's no reason to be shorting. The only time you'd be shorting that's valid would be after you take out that high, or when we hit that 1 hour PY. We had a 1 hour PY right above, which is a perfect place where you can actually take a counter trend, in a sense, short from. And this short here can cause a mitigation cycle. So that is something you could trade. And this is when price gets a little complicated in terms of structure, because we're kind of in between higher time frame shifting bullish versus we also hit higher time frame supply. So this is something where it gets a little bit complicated, and you can see why that is, because you can see how messy structure there it was on gold today, right? Can't see any high time PY in your second ES trade. So Mattis, give me a second, hold on. Let me, maybe I should hire some people for the stream for me on this stream. So I think those would be pretty cool. But of course, I'm trying to see if I can help as many people as I can before that. Make sure my settings are right here. All right, cool. We are at 10.5K subs. All right, we are at 10.5K subs. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and notifications so you won't miss these streams, because there's literally free money I've given out on stream. Like, no joke. Literally free money. My stream record right now, you can go back and check every trade, is like 75% win rate right now. But nonetheless, let's check. Okay, yeah, so go back on ES, you said. Can't see any high time PY in your second ES trade. So ES here, there it is. Right there. We have a 4-hour PY on ES. So we had this 4-hour PY on ES. We tapped it. There's nothing you can see on the daily. Usually I don't really look at the daily too much. And once we tap that 4-hour, what does this mean for me now on a lower time frame? We're going higher, right? So if this is going higher, which we did, we had a break structure here, we come back down here. I'm expecting this to be a mitigation cycle to continue going higher here. So if that's the case, right, my bias going to the day was bullish. And what did we mitigate here? We had another mitigation cycle. So this is the higher time frame mitigation cycle, but within this higher time frame mitigation cycle, before going higher, we have another mitigation cycle on the lower time frame, as you can see. And a POI here for long is very simple, man. Just a 1 minute POI right there. If you go to the 5 minute, you won't see anything. So 1 minute POI right here. We subbed the lows, right? We subbed all these lows here. We subbed this low earlier. If you touch this long, it's literally a break even or a stop loss here. Or if you TP'd or scalped, it's a TP. But then you would have just waited for another opportunity and took this long. And then what's your target? You can target inducement. You could target POI above. Or you could target a weak high even if you want to, right? In this case, we did have a mitigation cycle, which is what I talk about all the time. That did happen. So in this case today, we did have a mitigation cycle come back. So depending on how you enter this trade, you might have hit break even with spread. But for the most part, if you just held the trade, it would have just went to the weak high target, which is about 4 risk reward. This is taking a bad entry. A good entry would be just the impulse model here, right? Because you have an impulsive leg here. Not an A+ impulse delivery here, but this is still I would say this is a B impulse. We had a nice impulse above, but right here, we didn't really have too much of an impulse. We have a top fans now. What is this? Is this new? Oh, it's a new thing, I guess, on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing, and Rich Venter. We got a new subscriber. And then, of course, guys, if you're not in a Discord, join up in a Discord, right? Join up in a Discord. Wish I could play some music on here, but I can't without the risk of copyright, man. Again, we just hit 10.5k subs. We'll see if we can hit 11k by the end of this year. We should be able to easily break 11k by the end of this year. Hopefully 20k. We'll see. But the channel has been growing a little bit more exponential recently. It's probably because of the streams that I'm doing. But yeah, let's see what other trades you guys have taken today. So basically from my Discord, from our poll, we had 6 votes. We had 4 people red and 2 people green. So the 2 people green were Tyler and D, which 2 of them are my Prime Mentorship 101 students. So you kind of see how there's still a difference between the Prime 101 mentorship and just being a course member, right? The course is just a course, but being a Prime Mentorship student, you get a lot more access to me. You can learn a lot faster and know like which trades are better, which trades are not as good. So the 2 private 101 mentorship students today and the green, which is very good to see. D and Tyler, so good job on you for you guys. I don't know how much risk reward. I think D was just up 1 risk reward or something he showed me in DMs. And then Tyler said he's plus 8 RR green day for me. So Tyler is up a lot of money today. Okay, he's up a lot of money today. Again, I said to y'all, today was good price action. If you end days like these where you have good price action red, then you have to really think about what you're doing in your trading because you're doing something wrong, right? I don't see any way you can end today red. There's both bullish and bearish price action moves you could have taken advantage of. Later on in the day here, there's even scalps that I see you can take going short. And then after a session high, you got taken right there. As you can see, there's really a nice short opportunity with my entry model here, right? And this went, how much risk would this go? I didn't take this trade here, but if you took it later on in the day at 2 o'clock, it went 4 risk reward, guys. So again, if you're missing the winning trades and you find yourself taking the losing trades, you got to look into what you're doing wrong, because over a long period of time, that should not be happening. You should not just be taking only losing trades and missing every single winning trade. That means most likely when you're trading in a live market, emotions are getting to your head, then hence your confidence level gets low, and then you avoid actual good trades, or you misinterpret bad trades as good trades and good trades as bad trades. If that's the case, you need to go back in your journal and review everything, because that's a really big problem, and you really need to fix that. Like, you really do need to fix that issue, because that's not something you really want, to be honest, because that means you're mixing A plus and B setups with each other, and that's really bad. So again, definitely want to be fixing that. Dhirav Patel, we got 2 number 1s here. What is going on? He said thoughts on crypto. Oh snap, you got message retracted. Again, I think I told you I don't really trade crypto, so don't have an answer for you there. Don't really trade. Yo, what is a Bollinger level? What's up, Aiden? First time seeing your name. I'm guessing you're new here. I don't trade Bollinger Bands. Okay, I think that's what you're talking about. I don't trade Bollinger Bands. That's a thing that's kind of like EMAs in terms of it's an indicator based on price and math that people can trade off of. But me personally, I like to keep my trading as simple as I can and not complicate it with too much stuff. I already have a lot of indicators on my chart, but these indicators are private indicators I custom coded, so it's a little bit different. But I use just my own indicators, right? I don't use anything else on the internet like Bollinger Bands, EMA, VWAP. I don't use any of that because it's a lot harder to test, or I want to say it's a lot harder to test, but I just found those things just create noise in my trading, and they're not the actual reason for why the market moves, right? The market is not actually moving because of an EMA crossover. New to trading options. Ooh, Aiden, you want to hear my story? I'd recommend, man, don't trade options. Also, Aiden, join the free Discord. If you want the right guidance in trading, like the right way to get to profitability, you want to join the free Discord. There's a lot of free information out there on the free Discord for beginners. If you go to my WAP page and click the free Discord access and more, you'll get access to an entire free beginners trading course that I personally made. It's like 20 hours long. It's a lot of information. I think it'll help you out a lot. So I highly recommend you go watch that because it's completely free. And then once you think you're ready to actually level up and learn my actual strategy, then you take the 100 Risk Score course. Let me hear and bet I'll join up. Sounds good. I will say though, for those that are wondering, the course is currently on sale, $200 off. It's gonna be the biggest sale you'll ever get. Basically, the lowest price already sold out. So now we're leveling up the pricing, right? We've already doubled since last month in terms of course pricing. But essentially, if you just use the code July 4th on the course at checkout, you will get $200 off the course. And it expires in a few days. We only have 10 spots maximum. So the next 10 people that use the code July 4th will get a discount. And, you know, once you take that discount, it's gone, right? So again, only 10 spots. So next 10 people that redeem the code, otherwise that's it and the sale ends. But yeah, $200 off, it is huge for sure. So instead of $699, you can get the course today for $499. But yeah, Aiden, I would recommend don't trade options, trade futures. 2 main benefits. Futures has no spread, and options does have spread. Number 2 is options has theta decay, and you need to learn the Greeks in options, because in options, you can bet on the market going up or down, but you need to pick strike prices, and if you can't pick those properly and understand the Greeks, you're going to have a hard time making a profit trading options. But yes, with a profitable strategy, you will be profitable nonetheless, but I'm just saying it goes against you. Options goes against you because there's theta decay. What is theta decay? It means over time, the longer you hold a position and price doesn't really move too much in your favor, over time, you're going to lose value on your contract. Therefore, you're actually losing money over time just by holding your trade. So if you're someone that holds trades for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, you're just losing money just based on time. Completely just based on holding the trade, you're losing money. Even if it doesn't go against you, you're losing money. So I would recommend don't trade options and just get straight to futures trading, or trade with like a futures platform, get payouts, and it's a lot less risk. You know, it's a lot less risk than trading options. I started with trading options. I blew it all, and then I switched over basically to Forex, and then now futures. And this is the best place to be, man. Futures trading, the best place to be. It's Forex is better than options, but futures is better than Forex because there's no spread. Drawing liquidity